I've had a rich and varied career in as much as, you know, I've been a musician all my life. I've been a disc jockey. I spent a couple years in Southeast Asia where I was an infantryman. After the war, having seen how bad things could get, I was trying to figure out how it could have come to that. And I got home and I would pick something up and say, well, there's a story in there, you know. And they pour metal into it, which shrinks as it cools, and so they need to make it a certain exact percentage bigger than what they want to end up with. So the guys who make the patterns tell me it's the height of the woodmaker's art. And so flash forward 50 years, I've got 3 storage units full of stories that are meaningless unless somebody else is watching them. And the idea is, if you can set the scene in a theater properly, really properly, nobody has to come out on the stage and speak any lines at all, although the lines that I spoke and speak hopefully enhance the experience. John and Yoko were there, my friend was there, and David Peel was there, and then John and Yoko left, and his glasses were still on the table, and then 3 months later they had migrated to the bookshelf, and he said, are those John's glasses? And Dave said, yeah. I first started the theater memory in 1994 when I was able to get the old Opera House up in High Springs. You know, I've collected for 50 years, and things are just full of meaning for me. Things are redolent of different periods of the past, and they tell stories that can't be known otherwise. And we would put them on these carts and, you know, play them as commercials. So come on into the shrine room. The process of finding these things is rich and varied. Everything from synchronicity of being in the right place at the right time, you know, to doing a deep dive of eBay, for instance. For every 19th century oil painting in the tea room, I probably looked at 5,000 paintings, finding one that meant something, that was affordable, and that I thought would fit into that context. It's a scroll. Yes. Okay? And so these are all for really big ones, and the really big ones, of course, you would have to have your big brush. But
oh, Bill, this is wonderful.
What I want to show you, it's just the most fun, most involved, most creative scavenger hunt, because you're making up the rules while you're scavenging on the hunt, you know? So how could it be better than that? It's hard for me to talk about legacy at this point. You know, through a strange confluence of events, I just received a Lifetime Achievement Award from the mayor the other night, which seems so odd to me because I'm just now hitting my stride and I plan to live to be 150. But when you talk about legacy, I think I would just like to be thought of as somebody who was very entertaining and kind. When I can pull off a good performance, man, that's great. But if somebody feels better after having left my presence, then that's who I aspire to be.